Good morning, good morning, good morning, Soul Tribe family. So listen, I wanted to discuss. I saw a video today, and I believe the lady's name was Josie, and she was talking about how she is tired of being alone and that she wants a boyfriend, she wants a husband, she doesn't want to be alone. Listen, let me tell you something. I know that there are many people out there who want to mate. And it seems like over the last like 2 or 3 years, I've realized a consistent pattern of this battle of the sexist things. This is all a repeat of history. Why? Because this has been going on for ages, but it seems like it's more so worse now than ever. Let me tell you something. I know that sometimes being alone can feel as if it's the most horrible thing, okay? I know I've went through that myself. And I think a lot of times the reason why a lot of folks are still alone is because, excuse me, is because this period in your life is trying to help you to see something. There's some more digging and searching that you're going to need to do within yourself, because honestly, if you think about it logically, you're never alone. Why? Because we walk with myriads of angels. We also have our ancestors who are constantly with us. You're never alone. I think a lot of times what happens is some people sometimes feel as if they need to have someone in their life as a distraction. Are we meant to be in relationships? Yes, we are. We need humans, but also we need to understand that we cannot rely on other people for our happiness. And I believe from what I see, and this is just my understanding of what I'm seeing with a lot of people, a lot of folks are in this mode of you're used to having someone else there with you. See, in my journey, I had to learn that I had to get used to being alone so that when I do get a mate, I'm not dependent and codependent on them for happiness. So what I've been doing during this time of being single for the last 4 years of my life is I've been I've done a lot of healing, so I'm not in active healing anymore. That part is done. And then what I've also been doing is, with me also spending time alone, I've also been focused on things that bring me joy. I've started my own little business where I make, mirrors. I make mirrors for people, which is affirmation heirloom mirrors for self-love, because that's who I am. I'm one that I'm always going to promote and help women in the spectrum that have to do with self-love. And I don't give a damn what color you are, what nationality you are. I just want you to know who you are, because honestly, in this life, one of the things that a lot of humans have forgotten about is knowledge of self. And a lot of you don't know yourselves because you're so busy dealing with this one, that one, this one, that one. You're distracted by too much, when you need to focus on yourself. See, a lot of the key to your healing and for you to become more intelligent and more independent of who you are and knowing that is knowing who you are. And a lot of people are confused because you're following a lot of celebrity gossip. You got so many distractions. That's what this time is about. This time is about you refocusing and rebranding you, honestly. Because you need to figure out for yourself who you are and what you truly want in this life, and even down to the type of mate that you want. And a lot of people still need to work on their childhood trauma, because some of y'all are still out here pretending as if you're okay when you're not. Because I see it all the time. People are pretending to be okay when they are not. Y'all gotta stop fucking faking this shit. and really sit with yourselves and learn yourself. And like I said, I think a lot of us have been in relationships that did not serve us. And so I'm grateful that I have taken the time to just pour into me and to understand what I desire and want in a mate, because I just don't want any goddamn mate. Number one, what I find in society today is that a lot of people don't know how to communicate. That's the number one problem in relationships, period, besides money. Okay? And one thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to get in anyone's relationship or marriage where I have a husband that don't know how to communicate with me. Number one, I'm paying attention when I'm dating you. That's number one. Before exclusivity, I want to see how you communicate with me, because that's a big, for me, absolute fucking no. And that's where a lot of the problems are. Communication. A lot of you don't know how to communicate, and you don't know how to be honest with your feelings with folks, which requires emotional intelligence. And everything does not require an argument. Everything does not require you to get so emotionally unraveled. And that's the purpose of the journey to learning who you are, is digging down into your trauma as a child, learning those things, fixing those issues, and understanding, okay, these are the things that I dealt with, and then finding ways to move forward in your life new. Okay, that's what you need to be doing. And then learning to agree to disagree, because another thing is a lot of you are right fighters. That's another thing. Everybody always want to be fucking right. But anyway, like I said, when it comes to a relationship going forward in my life, I know now that when I do, as I'm seeking a mate, because that's where I'm at in my life, I do desire a mate. I'm sorry, communication is number one. We have to be able to communicate, period. Period. I don't ever want a husband that I can't have discussions with, especially when it comes to, when we don't agree with things. I want to be able to sit and discuss things as a normal, regular human, because some of y'all don't know what a normal, regular human is. And I don't need them to self-soothe me. I just need for us to be able to have a dialogue. That's number one. And number two, I also, notice that a lot, like I said, a lot of people, some people are dependent on other people for happiness. We can't do that. You need to have the things that you enjoy. So focus on those things that you enjoy. Find some girlfriends that, or just friends in general that you can build with during that time. Find the things that, like I say, you enjoy. Hey, is there little hobbies you can get into? Who knows? A hobby can turn into being a big money maker. It's another layer. Focus on you. Like I said, and at the end of the day, you have to look and see what is your goal and what do you want. And as you keep your eye focused on that and keep your mindset on your goal of what you want in a mate, you'll get it. But I'm telling you, you got to get, and lastly, it's another key important piece. Y'all better stay away from motherfuckers who are negative and who are out here spewing all this bullshit when it comes to the dating world and your desire to have a mate. Because there's too many people out here right now who are yelling and screaming, and these are the same people. I know a lot of these folks want a mate, but they toxic as fuck. Stay the fuck away from them. I'm telling y'all, stay away from them. Stay away from them. Don't keep them in your friend circles. None of that. None of that. Stay away from them. Don't listen to their bullshit, because let me tell you something. One rotten apple will spoil a whole bunch. And I'm serious about that. Keep negative people out of your world. Okay? So listen, let me get out of here. I got work to do. I love you guys.